Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Today I will read from a popular subreddit, so let's jump into it. 5 years ago, my best friend betrayed me and stole the woman I loved. I disappeared, not to give up, but to rebuild in silence. Years later, he unknowingly applied for a job at the company I built from the ground up. I hired him, watched him take orders from me, without ever realizing who I was. I didn't need revenge through rage, just control, patience, and a perfectly timed smile. My name is OP, and this happened 5 years ago. I'm a 33-year-old man. Back then, I was a freelance graphic designer living in a medium-sized city with a population of around 2 million people. 5 years ago, I had two best friends. One was married, so I won't name him. We'll call the other one Ben. We were the typical nerdy kind of guys, more interested in playing video games and watching anime than getting laid. But we did have our separate love lives. I liked a girl named Alice. She was an angel in human form, and I wanted to ask her out, but I was too scared. Ben knew this, and because he was the best friend that I always told everything, he decided to play Cupid. He invited both Alice and I to a small get-together party at his place. At first I thought he was crazy. What if she says no? What if she laughs at me? But Ben insisted, and said that it would be a great opportunity. I really wanted to do it, but I was still nervous. But Ben offered to help me, and said that if I asked her out, he'd distract her long enough for me to strike. So I took him up on his offer. On the day of the party, Ben kept his word. He distracted Alice while I approached her, gave her a few compliments, and asked her out. Luckily, she said yes. The date went well. Went to a cafe, talked for hours, and then walked around the city. Even managed to kiss her goodnight before saying goodbye. Things continued like this for a few months, and everything was going great. Alice and I were together. Me and Ben were still best friends, and his wife was pregnant. Life couldn't have been better. But then everything changed. One night I got a call from Alice. I picked up and she sounded hysterical. She said she needed to break up with me and that she never loved me. I was stunned. I asked what happened, and she told me that Ben had confessed his love for me, and she chose him over me. I was devastated. I wasn't sure how much of her affection was real, but I still felt hurt by being cheated on by both of them. I confronted Ben about it, and he admitted it. Said that he was sorry and begged me for forgiveness. I was furious, told him I never wanted to see him or Alice again, and that I would make sure they would regret what they did. Then I blocked both of them on all social media. I was devastated and angry, but most of all I was humiliated. How could my best friend betray me like this? How could the girl I loved choose him over me? I felt like I had lost everything, so I decided to disappear, not to give up, but to rebuild myself. I started by blocking all contact with my former friends and acquaintances. I deleted all social media accounts and moved to another city. With only one suitcase and a few $1,000s in my bank account, I rented a small apartment and got a job as a waiter. It wasn't easy. There were days when I felt like giving up, but I knew that I had to keep going for myself. I worked hard and saved money. I started taking online courses to improve my skills and knowledge. I studied everything about business, marketing, finance, sales, and everything else that I thought would be useful. I wanted to build a new life for myself. I was determined to succeed and show everyone that I could make something of myself. At the same time, I also focused on my health. I started working out and eating healthy foods. I wanted to feel good about myself again. I wanted to be strong and confident. I miss that. I used to be a skinny, frail guy who wore glasses and was bullied in school. But now, I was a grown man who could take care of himself. Fast forward for years, I am now a successful entrepreneur. I built a business from scratch, and I am proud of what I have achieved. It was tough, but it was worth it. My business is doing well, and I am finally happy again. I met a nice girl who is the perfect match for me. She is beautiful, intelligent, and funny. We are in love, and I know that she is the one. Now comes the best part. Ben and Alice moved to my city after their divorce. They didn't tell anyone why they broke up, but I heard rumors that it was because of his infidelity. I saw them in the street once, and I must admit that I wanted to confront them, but I didn't. I knew that it would be a waste of time. They wouldn't listen, and it wouldn't change anything, so I just let it go. Then a year ago, Ben contacted me asking for a favor. He said that he was looking for a job in my field and asked if I could recommend him to someone. I told him that I didn't want to talk to him, but he insisted, said that he was desperate and needed a job. I sighed and told him that I'd think about it. I didn't want to hire him, but I thought about it anyway. I knew that he was skilled, but I also knew that he would be a constant reminder of what he did to me. But on the other hand, hiring him would be a chance for revenge. I could use him, manipulate him, watch him suffer without him knowing. I thought about it for a few weeks and eventually decided to hire him. He started working at my company 2 months ago. He's been great so far. He works hard and is always willing to help.
Ow.
He's also very talented, which has helped us a lot. But the best part is that he has no idea who I am. He probably thinks that it is a coincidence that I hired him without an interview and that I trust him so much. But the truth is that I've been watching him for the past month, and I am pleased with what I've seen. He's a hard worker and I can trust him. Plus, it's always fun to mess with him a little bit. Doesn't realize it yet, but he works for me now. I have to say that I am enjoying this. I can see the potential in him. If I train him well, he might become one of my top employees. And the best part is that he has no idea that I'm the guy he betrayed. I'm having too much fun with this. Every time he takes an order from me, I smile. It's like nothing happened 5 years ago. He's just another employee. And that's exactly what I wanted. The funniest thing is that he sometimes talks about Alice. He says that he misses her and that he regrets. What? It's happened between them. I just smile and nod. I don't say anything. I don't want him to know who I am. I want to keep enjoying this. Who knows what the future holds? Maybe I'll make him my right-hand man one day. But until then, I'll just enjoy the sweet taste of revenge. I hope you enjoyed this.